Here on the Save It for Parts channel, I like to go kayaking, but I'm also lazy. So I built a tugboat to tow me around. So we decided to take the freeway to get Tuggy down to the river, and it's just what's known locally as the practice freeway, where it's limited to 45 miles an hour. I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I think this might have been a bad idea because Tuggy is vibrating quite a bit. Little Timmy has kind of fallen over. He is strapped in. Maybe we'll take the back roads on the way home. Alright, Tuggy is working. Always a plus. It's really difficult to get him to go straight. More difficult than the lake because we're running into a current. And the current is just pushing us all over the place. So we are making some progress upstream, but it's more side-to-side progress. Tuggy is very stressful on the river. Okay, I can't even... I guess I'll have to do a voiceover on shore because I can't pay enough attention to even talk. So in case you're confused, this boat-like object here is a Little Tykes Tuggy Tugboat Sandbox, which the DNR has told me in no uncertain terms is not a legal boat, and they will not let me register it or ride it myself. I've attempted to dodge that entire situation by the loophole of making it a radio-controlled Tuggy Tugboat. So now it's just a radio-controlled toy, which should be perfectly legal on any body of water. It just happens to be towing my partner and I in kayaks. Now, we've had this out on some lakes in the past, and it worked okay. Our mission today is to take it out on the Mississippi River. We're going upstream from a boat launch in St. Paul towards Lock and Dam number 1 at the old Ford plant. Let's give them a call and just let them know we're a bunch of idiots, because they can't tell from here already. Yeah, Lock and Dam number 1, this is the cluster of kayaks just downstream from you.
Lock one back. It'll be about 5 minutes. I'll get it ready for you.
Okay, 5 minutes is optimistic with our speed, but we will head that direction. Do you have any downstream traffic, or are we good to start approaching?
You're the only thing in the water right now.
It's a very slow trip going upstream with just a trolling motor on Tuggy, towing 2 kayaks, but if we can make it to the Lock and Dam, we're going to attempt to lock through and go into the upper pool of the Mississippi River, heading towards Minneapolis.
We'll take a picture up there. We appreciate you! Is this the stupidest thing that's come through?
Oh. We've seen other things, don't worry.
Okay.
So this was about when Tuggy decided to give up the ghost. It made it all the way up to the lock, we made it into the lock, and as the lock was filling to bring us up to the next pool of the river, Tuggy stopped working. We had no steering, no drive, Tuggy was dead in the water. So I was frantically trying to fix things as we swirled around as the lock keeper was getting ready to let us out into the upper pool. Yes, we currently have no Tuggy. We got into the lock and now he does not work anymore, so it's probably bad. Do you have any duct tape on you? Because I think we've lost the 9-volt connector that actually powers Tuggy's RC system. Don't know if we're going to have time to fix it while we're swirling around in the walk here. This was such a bad idea to start with, and it's just getting worse. It's not engaging the control system. Something's gone even worse wrong in here. Alright, so we are in the Lock and Dam. They are about to open it to let us go upstream, and we have an officially dead Tuggy Tugboat. So the control system has died. Tuggy is dead in the water. We're going to have to tow him back downstream. And now the lock is opening. Alright, I guess I better let him know. Oh, he's probably going to toot his horn in a minute here. Alright, we actually have a dead controller on our tugboat, so I think we're going to have to just go back down and paddle him back to the launch.
Roger. I'll hold their geese.
Alright, sorry to make you do that. I was hoping to get out, but it was a little too much for Tuggy to handle here.
No, that's all right. That's what I'm here for.
That's going to be fun going back downstream towing this lump back, but at least it's down, so that's something. Tuggy took on a lot of water on this trip. He's got like 3-4 inches of water in the back here. I'm sure all the battery weight did not help. Now, Tuggy does have all this foam here, so he's not actually going to sink, and the hull is actually filled with spray foam, but it was sitting so low in the water that it just started to become a swimming pool here. We did try switching batteries. That did not help. We tried redoing the little 9-volt battery on the RC controller. That didn't help. All right, we've come back home to try and diagnose what went wrong with Tuggy, and as usual, when you get a boat back in the driveway, everything works just fine. So we've got power there, we've got steering, everything works the way it should, which is nice, but it's also a little frustrating because now I have nothing to go on to diagnose why did it break down on us. It just completely stopped working as soon as we got into the lock. Now, somebody did try to warn me in the comments of the last video that the speed controller down here probably doesn't want to live in this sealed box. It does have a cooling fan on it, but if we're running the thing full power going upstream as we were, it might get a little toasty in this box, and I probably need a vent or something to let the hot air out of there so that all my electronics don't overheat. Anyway, I don't know if that was actually the issue, but again, that's my best guess, so we'll have to do some modification on that. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go back to the river for an outro. I think this is the last we'll have Tuggy out on the water this year because it's now October, it's getting a little colder, and the boating season is pretty much over. So we're going to put this away, and maybe you'll see Tuggy next summer. Stay tuned, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss that. Go back and check out all the prior Tuggy Tugboat adventures. Thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.